So I just set the air fuel screw up. I took it from 1.5 out to 2.5 out. It seems happier now. Choke is off, I think. Yes, down is off, up is on. Yes, that's right, down is off. It seems okay now. It's idling much better. Although I want to get the idle to a nice point. Look. Much happier, much happier. Okay, so I'm just going to let that kind of do its thing for a minute, just kind of warm itself up, charge its battery a little bit, that's all fine. What is rattling? Ah, something in there. Alright. Yeah, that's fine. That seems much better to me. It's much happier. I'm going to flush whatever's left in the tank, see if I can get any crap out. Yeah, see if I can get any crap out, because there's obviously something not right. And I'm going to look at the Piaggio carb. I'm going to take it apart, just see if it needs cleaning out and stuff. I will in a minute get to the car and bring it up. So just see if this starts at all. But this for me is not right in any way, shape or form. But I'd like to at least get it started and hear it running rough before messing again with it. I just flushed the tank out. I'm going to let the fuel drip down it. Look, it's going to give it that cool old retro look. I should clear coat it. I've got some in the car, but this isn't the weather for clear coating. Also, I need to get it out the rain, or I'll put the cap on actually, so that it's not letting in water. I'm not expecting any miracles here, guys, but I'm going to bring the fuel line back across and we're going to try again with plenty power, just to see if it fires and sounds the same as it did before, which I'm sure it will. Let's see what we got. Hard to judge that. What's the plan? Let's put on the original airbox to that carb, or even not. Just I need to kind of sit on it and put power to it somehow. Oh, I don't know what to do here. This is so weird and annoying. That sounded better to me. Let me try with the airbox and see if I can hook up the throttle cable so that I can try it up there on the road somehow. So I've put the original fueling back on. The cable throttle is very questionable. It's on with cable ties, but remember, this is a quick test run just to see if it appears to have full power. So I'm going to fire it up. We'll all kind of have a little listen. Remember, this one hasn't got its choke connected. It'll be fine for a couple of minutes, or it may not actually with the airbox on. It may be quite restricted. This is just trial and error, guys. I'm going to get it up and running, throw the seat on top loosely, and just see if it'll run me up and down the road. If I set you up, we should be able to kind of capture a little bit of both, maybe. Interesting. A couple of things could be wrong there. It might not like the airbox flow, or it might not like the fuel in the fuel tank. I think this is ridiculous. I think for peace of mind, I'm going to drain out whatever fuel's in that tank. I'm sure I did it when I picked up that bike. I'm sure that's fresh fuel, but I'm going to drain it out anyway, just for just to be sure. And I did kind of mess with the jetting with the airbox on, so I'm just going to put the cone back on because it seemed to have its full power. Where's the cone? Over there. And try again. It's all very bitty, this, guys, but this is the reality when you're doing these kinds of things. All I need to feel for now is that that bike does full power and hits 30-40 in a reasonable amount of time. Once that's achieved with any carb or setup, then we know to dig deeper into the actual Piaggio carb, even if we buy a brand new one at 120 quid, or just kind of work on that one, which I'm going to have a little look at later. So I'm going to pop that airbox off, suck some fuel through, make sure that's all good, and try again with the cone. Alright guys, check this out, the old Farrago. This is the 80s one, the 88. It's obviously not Sultan's. This is a new owner who bought it off the last owner. The last owner, we discussed at some point that he didn't like the fact that it wasn't ULEZ compliant, and what else? Oh yes, he hadn't passed his test yet. Just having a good look over it. Some bits have been done anyway, but new owner. We're just kind of looking at bits and pieces. One is the free flow exhaust pipes, because I've got them in there, so it's worth kind of chucking them on just to hear it and see it. These sound okay, but I remember these pipes being quite restrictive. I remember them feeling quite restrictive. The other free flow ones are better, and they're both Black Widows. These are Black Widow, can't remember what these are called, and the other one are Black Widow drag pipes. Looking around at the bike, it's in great condition. The guy's running some sea foam just to keep the tank clean and clear, which it is. We just did a petrol dip, and he's lowered the tank back down, which is fine. He actually apologised. But if you go back to the stance of this bike, I stand by what I always said, which is the front is let down by its lack of presence. So that's why I lifted it, and it gave it a bit more of the kind of Harley shape. Looking at this now, I'd be tempted to put some fork gaiters on, and the new bigger tank, which is something that's being considered at this stage. But the bike's running absolutely beautifully, and it always did. I think it was a non-runner at first. I think it just needed a good carb clean. The tank needed cleaning and all of that. And I don't know what pipes it had on it, or if it had any originally. So I'm really pleased that not only is it back, but it's got a nice owner. Because the last guy, like I've talked about before, wasn't very happy with me. Which was unfair, because I was building him an alternative bike, but it wasn't, he wasn't happy with how long it was taking. It was only 3 or 4 weeks. I love it. I don't know if I'd pick up another Farrago anytime soon. That they're a pain. They're a pain in regards to the carbs, but they are nice shaped bikes. They are nice shaped bikes, and in my opinion, don't go for the upgrade. Don't go for Sultans, the 90s ones. Try and get the late 80s ones. They're so much better in many different ways. I think we're going to throw the drag pipes on these just to have a listen and a feel. So that'll be cool. Alright guys, new straight pipes. Farrago 535. What a sound.
Not quite like it.
That's a sound, eh?